cautious word to those who are planning on eating outside at a restaurant. The great British weather is deceptive, and just remember that other people can make it not so enjoyable. That's all I'm saying. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How have you been? I feel like this week's been super busy and I kind of lost track of days. I worked 2 days. I had a day where I worked from home and then I had 2 days annual leave. So I feel like I've had about 4 Saturdays at this point. Like I just don't know whether I'm coming or going. It has been Richard's birthday this week, and so I was really good up until Thursday. There were a couple of blips, things where I had maybe not been forced to eat, because obviously no one can force you to eat things, but you know when people sort of like guilt you into eating things, I guess maybe. I've had a couple of times where I've eaten things because I felt like that was the right thing to do, not necessarily because I wanted to. But when I stepped on the scales on Thursday morning, I had lost 1.5 pounds, and I was like, "Way, it's going down. We're going in the right direction, finally." Then the last 3 days have been tricky. So obviously it's Richard's 30th birthday. We're still in this kind of semi-lockdown situation. We can still only see 6 people outside. Yes, we can go to a couple of places now, but it's still not quite like how it normally would. So on Thursday we had planned a meal. We were going to Zizzy's with our friends. That turned out to be a disaster. Nothing to do with our friends or anything like that. Like, we had a really nice time with them. But the meal itself was just, it was awful. There's no real other way to describe it. It was cold. The food was not great. The service was not great. And this kid like threw up 6 meters away from us, which was just horrifying. And yeah, so that wasn't great, but that was a meal out. So that was things that I wouldn't normally have eaten. Friday was obviously Richard's birthday and he wanted a bacon sandwich for breakfast. So we ended up going to Tim Hortons for breakfast, which meant 2 large coffees, French vanilla for me, thanks to my friend Sarah. She introduced me to it and it's amazing. I had pancakes, he had a bacon sandwich. Then he told me he wanted Papa John's for lunch, which was fine. So we ordered large pizza, and I had made a birthday cake, a big chocolate cake. I will put another picture here of cake again for the second video in a row. It's fine, it's gonna be okay. And yeah, so we had cake, we had pizza, we had Zizzy's, and then yesterday we were at a barbecue at his mum's house. So he wanted to do something with his parents for his birthday, and obviously because you can have 6 people outside, we went to a barbecue there and we got to see our niece for the second time. She was born in October last year, but obviously because of the pandemic and everything, we haven't seen her since she was about 5 days old. So it was great to see her and Richard's sister and everything. But again, barbecue food, and his mum had made another cake, and we shared cake with my parents for Richard's birthday. There's just been a lot of cake, and there's been a lot of like other foods that maybe I wouldn't have eaten. So when I stepped on the scales this morning, I have maintained. So that's okay, I'm okay with that. I think because I know that prior to eating all this food since Thursday, I was down 1.5 pounds. And obviously since then I've eaten a lot. Like, not like, oh my god, you've gained that back as fat, more like just the sheer volume of food that I have eaten. And I haven't had any water really. Like, I've had a couple of glasses here and there, but I haven't really had anything. It was so hot yesterday and I hardly drank anything all day, which I know is really bad. I'm okay with the maintain, because I know if it hadn't been for the birthday, it would have been a loss. And so yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm good. We this week are going to do a slimming world fast week. So we are gonna do a slim fast week, both me and Rich, because we know that the last time we did a slim fast week, we managed to lose a couple of pounds, but it also kind of kickstarts you into wanting to do better. I think it's hard for me week in, week out, when you're getting a gain, even though it's only like it's £1 here, it's £1 there, and there's always like a reason for it. It can be quite demotivating to like want to keep going, and we both did pretty well with the slim fast when we followed that for a week. So we're going to do that for a week. And when I say slimming world fast, is that we're going to do our 600 calorie meals. We've bought actually some of the ready meals from Slimming World, some of their like frozen ready meals, to have those as our 600 calorie meal alongside like something else, because I think we worked out most of them are about 400 and something odd calories. So we're gonna have Slim Fast and Slimming World meals and our 100 calorie snacks in between where we're meant to, and we're just gonna keep that as this week's plan. There's nothing happening this week that should stop us from being able to do that. I am working all week at work, apart from Friday when I'm working from home as usual. So I should be able to stay on track better. I stay on track better when I'm at work because I'm busier, but also I'm not like next to my kitchen. Like I can only have at work what I take to work or what I buy from the co-op. We're not going to the co-op. Alan's got to learn to stop going to the co-op. Yes, it's convenient. Yes, it's easy, but I don't need to go to the co-op every day. The co-op do not need my wages. So the plan for this week is to up my water. Obviously, it's really important if you are doing any kind of like meal replacement, anything that you make sure your water is like there, because that can really dehydrate you, make you really unwell if you don't. Not going to the co-op, I'm not going to any shop that I don't need to go to. I already have all my meals, everything I need. The only thing we might need is more milk for our shakes. But other than that, there's nothing that I need shopping wise. So I'm not going shopping. I am drinking more water, and we are doing our Slimming World Slim Fast mash-up situation. I'm hoping that that will help kickstart my weight loss a little bit, and then I'll be able to sort of like feel that positive motivation for moving forward. That's the idea anyway, that's the goal. So I was quite happy with myself for having lost 1.5 pounds. Completely understand why I haven't lost that 1.5 pounds like now while I'm on my official weigh day, because obviously, as I said, the last few days have been a bit food heavy. But I am motivated for the sort of the week ahead and getting that done. The weather is nice, like the weather's been pretty nice like consistently for about 4 or 5 days now, and that massively makes an impact to how you feel. Like you feel better because it's nicer outside. So I'm hoping that the weather's going to carry on being good and that we're going to have that motivation, and then when I come back next week, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to actually say to you guys, I have lost weight. That's the aim, that's the plan, because that is the whole point. We are supposed to be losing weight. You need to get your shit together, Alan. But we'll get there. So I hope that you guys are all okay. I hope that you are enjoying the nice weather, like doing something. I hope that if you've gone out to a non-essential shop or you have gone out for dinner, it's been a better experience than mine, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. We filmed the video, we just gotta edit, upload, and go to Stevenage, and then I'm coming home for a barbecue because priorities.